Hey guys, the question this week is emotional eating considered an eating disorder? Um, yes and no. Um, the thing about eating disorders is it's all emotional eating, whether you're emotionally eating or emotionally not eating, because emotion is tied into food related issues. So, whether you have anorexia or bulimia or binge eating disorder, most of the time people are doing it for the same or similar reasons, and it's just on different ends of the spectrum, but it's accomplishing the same thing. So, yes, eating disorders are emotional eating. Um, so, emotional eating is part of binge eating disorder, and whether you actually have an eating disorder or not, a lot of people have disordered eating habits, which is a little bit different than an eating disorder, but it can lead to an eating disorder. A disordered eating habit would be just somebody with a busy lifestyle that goes out to eat all the time, and our portion sizes are big, and so we just eat more when we're stressed. Sometimes people tend to eat more. That doesn't necessarily mean they have an eating disorder. An eating disorder is more constituted by mindset. So if you're an emotional eater, um, which I would say a lot of Americans are, you may not necessarily be thinking about food all the time, but you may be eating mindlessly, and that would be considered emotional eating and probably disordered eating, but not necessarily an eating disorder. Where somebody with an eating disorder is going to be obsessed with food. So somebody with a binge eating disorder is going to be thinking about food and having maladaptive food patterns like binging in secret. Same with bulimia and anorexia. The food rules come into play. So somebody that's emotionally eating that doesn't necessarily have an eating disorder probably doesn't have specific food rules, but they just may be stressed out. They may have depression. They may have other issues that cause that. Um, but I would say that's the main difference is that if you have an eating disorder, it's about the mindset, and if you are just an emotional eater, it probably is more related to stress. But somebody with that's normally otherwise a healthy minded individual, they're not obsessing all the time about food, and they can usually change their eating habits and not make it an obsession. So I would say that's the main difference, and that's a really good question, and I'd love to hear other people's comments on the issue. This is going to be a short video today because I'm like in my second to last week of the semester, and it's just crazy, and I've got a major paper to write and 2 take-home tests to do and about 3 group projects to do, and it's just nuts. So hope to talk to you next week. Have a good day.